Still in section 3.4 of statistics, exploratory data analysis. This time we have two sets of data that represent the speeds in miles per hour of a wooden roller, or a sample of wooden roller coasters and a sample of steel roller coasters. And they want us to compare these two distributions using box plots. For those of you who don't like the box and whisker term, box plots is the other answer. So first thing we would need to do is make sure we have everything in order, which we do not. So let's do that first. Once our numbers are in order, we're going to find our Q1 and our Q3. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, between 48 and 50 would be 49 for Q1 and 67.5 for Q3. Oh, I was doing IQR. Sorry, we've got to find everything. This is our min. This is our max. And 56 and 60 would be 58. Sorry, my brain wasn't working. Again, it happens a lot apparently. All right, on the other side, same deal. Between 70 and 80, we're going to, or sorry, 70 and 100, we're going to have 85. 48 to 55 is going to give us 51.5. And 102 to 106 is going to give us 104. So if we put all of this on one number line, which is kind of the goal here, scroll up a little bit, one number line, they counted by tens, I believe, yep, started at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, and 120. That wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. 110, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30. The smaller values you can count by, the more accurate you end up. Let's do our wooden roller coasters first. 35 is our minimum, so that's going to be here. 49 is Q1, right there. 58 is the median. 67.5 and 72. That was kind of evenly spread out, wasn't it? Remember that how high or low those these lines go up and down really doesn't matter. You're trying to get them all about even. All right, the next one, 28 is my lowest, my min. 51.5, which would be about right here. 85. Already, just that half of the data is longer than my original box plot. 104 and 120. So this makes a box. Try to even things out a little bit. Your whiskers come out to the sides. All right. So when they say compare these, what are they looking for? Well, one, they're looking for IQR. It's one of the biggest things you're looking at here. They're looking for the position of the median. They're looking for the range of the entire thing. So obviously the steel coaster has a longer range total. It has a longer inner quartile range. As a matter of fact, let's see, from 35 to 72 would be what, 37? 37 places, right? So what would 28 and 37 be? 50, 65. So to right here would be equal, just this much would be equal to the length of this entire set. Okay? Just to give you a little idea of what we're looking at there. The median for the steel coasters is a lot higher. So even though our minimum is lower, we don't stay in the low ranges for the steel coasters for very long. So we have, again, the median speeds of the steel coasters are much higher than the median speeds of the wooden coasters. The IQR is much larger for steel coasters, and the range is much larger for steel coasters. So just to give you an idea of what all that's doing. Now, the last thing in here is a modified box plot. All a modified box plot does is if you have outliers, it shows them. So the modified box plot, sorry, that didn't need to be so long. Let's say that we had our original box plot was somewhere in here, right? And then we found out that we had an outlier up here. So instead of making this my maximum here, I drop my maximum back, and that's an outlier. Now, before I stop the video, I want to look at our calculator real quick. If I go to Stat Edit, First List, let's go ahead and delete some stuff real quick, sorry. And then delete this one as well. There. If I put in the, let's do the steel coaster numbers. 55, sorry, I'm trying to look in two directions. 70, 48, 28, 100, 106. My numbers don't want to push. 106 and 120. I think I missed something. 55, 70, 48, 28, 100, 106. I skipped 102. Not a big deal. All right, so then we go Stat Calc, one variable statistics. I do not have a frequency list, so I'm going to clear that out. And if I scroll down to the bottom, this gives me my 5-number summary right here. Okay, so if you have a really big list especially, that comes in really handy, but it gives us the numbers we just used for that. I want to show you how to graph a box plot on this calculator. You put your numbers in your data, right? Second, y equals. I'm going to turn on just one stat plot. So second y equals for stat plot. We have 4 or 3 of them here. They're all off right now. You can see on the side. Number 5 would turn all of the plots on. I only want one of them. So I'm just going to turn on number 1. Enter. I want a box plot. I have a couple of choices here. When I scroll over, this one is a modified box plot. See the dots on the outside? And this is a regular dot plot. Ooh, box plot. Words. So we're going to start with the regular. List 1 is what we want. So we're going to hit graph. Oh, wait, we have a bunch of stuff in our graph. First of all, clear it out. Then we're going to hit zoom. Number 9 for stat. And it takes us. If I want to trace it, there's my median. There's my Q1. There's my minimum. Go to the other side. Q3 maximum. Now go second stat plot, and let's go back to number 1 and change it to a modified. This is one way to figure out if you have outliers. Were there any outliers on this? No, we're still good. If there were outliers, it would have changed it on here. So this will do a box plot for you, just to let you know. All right, guys, I'm going to post an assignment for you in just a little bit.